It was a chaotic ending to a dog show as animal rights protesters interrupted the awards ceremony. The announcement for the Best in Show award had just been announced at Crufts, the UK dog show, when protesters from PETA stormed the field holding banners that read Crufts Canine Eugenics. The Best in Show winner was then clutched by her owner while the protesters were wrestled to the ground by security. By the way, the protesters were hauled off and the 2-year-old Whippet named Tease returned for her moment of glory. Elon Musk has announced his timeline for sending a space vehicle to Mars.
Musk is saying he could meet the first milestone by early next year. That's 3 years ahead of the original date of 2022. SpaceX's ultimate objective is to plant the seeds to put a human colony on Mars. The company has started serious work on their BFR rockets, which will have the capability of interplanetary travel. Musk did warn the first travelers to Mars they'll face extreme danger, saying, quote, "There's a good chance you'll die." I don't know if they're going to put that on the bumper stickers, but at least he's being honest, I guess.
Honesty is the best policy.
Warren Buffett is offering up a unique challenge to his employees involving the NCAA tournament.
The third richest man in the world will give $1 million a year for life to the employee who guesses the Sweet 16 correctly. Buffett says he'll double the prize if either Nebraska or Creighton wins the whole thing. He'll also award a $100,000 prize to the person whose bracket stays perfect the longest. The contest only open to Berkshire Hathaway employees.
That's a decent chance somebody could get that.
Liking it.
Devin hits the Sweet 16 every year.
Never. That's interesting. As hard as we think it is to try and get all the games,
it's tough, but
he's narrowed it down to just 16, and I'll bet you still we'll see if anybody can do it then. Good stuff. All right, we're working on stories from Rochester Hills and Warren, but first to Grosse Pointe Shores. That's where a police officer is sounding the alarm after a suspicious sighting. What he says he saw that concerned him so much. Larry.
A 20-year-old is arrested for making threats against this mall. I'm Larry Sproul, and I'll explain the charges he's now facing. Recently, there had been threats made against schools. Now the new target, a shopping mall.
If you saw this traffic stop, you'd assume a trooper was being pulled over, but looks can be deceiving. We'll explain.
Startling admission. U.S. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos is taking heat after a controversial interview airs on CBS's 60 Minutes.
Have the public schools in Michigan gotten better?
I don't know. Overall, I can't say overall.
More on why this interview is rousing contention.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Good to be with us tonight at 6. Off the top, a 20-year-old has received a $150,000 bond after being accused of making threats to shoot up a local mall.
Police say that 20-year-old planned to carry out a mass shooting at the Lakeside Mall in Sterling Heights. Local 4's Larry Sproul is at the mall tonight with more. Larry?
Good evening, Kimberly. Police say they received several tips that he planned on shooting up here at Lakeside Mall. They say that he sent out text messages outlining his deadly plan. Monday afternoon, 20-year-old Tyler Tyndall faced Judge Shepard, hearing for the first time the charges he's now facing.
False report or threat of terrorism, that you did threaten to commit an act of terrorism and did communicate that threat to another person.
Deputy Chief Mark Coyle with the Shelby Township Police Department tells me those charges came after Tyndall was arrested last Friday for domestic terrorism.
That is a felony punishable by up to 20 years in prison, a fine of up to $20,000 plus costs.
Coyle says police received multiple tips that Tyndall was planning on shooting up this Lakeside Mall. He sent threatening text messages outlining his deadly plans. Friday, police executed a search warrant at his home where they found a gun. Monday, Judge Shepard issued Tyndall this bond with stipulations.
So the court will set bond, the amount of $150,000 cash assurity only, no 10%.
And he also pled not guilty, and as part of his bond, he will be on house arrest. He also can't go anywhere near Eisenhower High School or here at Lakeside Mall. We're live tonight in Shelby Township tonight. Larry Sproul, Local 4.
Okay, Larry, now to breaking news just in from Florida, where a person has reportedly been killed in a workplace shooting in Plant City. Plant City is about a 20-minute drive west of Lakeland in the center of the state. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department responded to reports of a shooting around 4 p.m. At least 2 people were shot. 1 person is being held, we're told, but no word whether that person is a suspect or if they're just being held for further questioning. We'll keep following that story.
And we continue to follow breaking news from Austin, Texas, where the clock is ticking to find a serial offender after a third package mysteriously explodes. A teenager was killed and several injured earlier today after 2 packages left on doorsteps exploded. Police believe the explosions may be connected to an explosion earlier this month that killed a 39-year-old man. Police are treating the explosions as a possible hate crime. And ahead on NBC Nightly News, the urgent warning being issued to people living within that area. That's immediately following this newscast at 6:30.
We'll take a look at this car. The first thing that comes to mind for most of us probably must be a Michigan State Police vehicle. Well, it turns out that is not the case. And a traffic stop in Grosse Pointe Shores ended with the driver arrested and his vehicle impounded. Priya Mann explains.
That car, which looks suspiciously like a trooper's vehicle, was pulled over here on Lake Shore near South Deepland, initially for tinted windows. It wasn't until after the driver was arrested that police discovered this. Flashing lights, a hood sign, and that signature blue paint. At first glance, even after a double take, this looks pretty much like an MSP vehicle.
The hood sign is what kind of caught my attention in the rearview mirror. You know, the color, and it had the spotlights on both mirrors, so it looked just like a state police, you know, what they call a slick top, no light on the top.
This Grosse Pointe Shores lieutenant first spotted the car a few weeks ago.
I thought, well, that's odd. This vehicle's like right up on my rear bumper. And I pulled over to the side thinking it was a state trooper in a hurry to get somewhere. So as it passed me, I realized that's not a state trooper.
Then this morning, he saw it again. This time, officers in a marked cruiser pulled the driver over.
The reason why I'm being pulled over?
Police later discovered a switch under the dash that activated the lights, white in front and red in the back.
It would seem suspicious at the very least.
The driver bought the vehicle at auction, which is legal. Making it look like a trooper's vehicle again by fitting it with flashing lights is not.
Civilians should not have emergency lights in their vehicle, and they certainly shouldn't have a car that's made to look specifically like a police car.
Investigators do not believe the driver was trying to impersonate a police officer when he was pulled over. They did not find a badge or vest in the car, but without insurance, it was impounded and the lights will have to be removed. Police reminding people tonight that flashing lights of any color is prohibited unless provided by law.
Just always be aware of your surroundings and pay attention. If you see a vehicle, if you see something suspicious, call the police.
And that former MSP vehicle actually came down from the UP. The driver in question is a 48-year-old man from St. Clair Shores, and I actually ran into him at the police station. He did not want to speak on camera, but said he fitted the vehicle for an auto show. Police aren't buying it. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Okay, Priya. The 22-year-old man accused of killing Oakland County Sheriff's Deputy Eric Overhaul was bound over for trial today. Christopher Barrick faces murder charges after allegedly leading deputies on a chase and intentionally hitting and killing Deputy Overhaul with his car. Details were revealed during the preliminary hearing, including video of the incident.
Let's turn our attention to the weather. We've been seeing flakes falling, it feels like forever, in Metro Detroit, but that's nothing compared to what you're seeing here. This is about nearly 10 inches of snow in, would you believe, central Kentucky. This is Lexington.
Wow.
The good news for them is it did start to melt almost immediately, but not typical.
Heavy, too.
Yeah.
Look at the branches all over the trees. Okay, and let's take a peek outside our window here in Detroit. Nothing compared to the views in Kentucky, but Ben, like them, hopefully we're not bracing for much accumulation.
No, Kim, and that is kind of the least of our concerns. We've had temperatures above freezing for most of us during the day, so that has prevented a lot of the stuff from stacking up. But look at the difference between the light snow and mainly flurries that we've seen on this side and some of these more intense snow showers that are rolling through the central part of the state. Some of those now starting to enter Livingston County. They've crossed 69 and now in the north side of the county, just north of 96. And then we've been watching that other band, or that other snow shower, snow squall that's come out of the Jackson area across parts of Lenawee County. But temperatures will be going down below freezing. So as that sun sets tonight, we may see some minor accumulations, but we're talking definitely less than an inch, in most cases less than a half inch of snow actually sticking. 29 at midnight, some cool temperatures in the 7-day forecast before the warm-up. We'll check them both out in just a few minutes. Guys?
All right, Ben. In Washington, the White House has unveiled proposals for dealing with school safety challenges. The plans include bolstering background checks for gun purchases and making gun training available to teachers. Also sets up a commission to study school safety, but it steps back from President Trump's earlier proposal to raise the age for buying semi-automatic weapons from 18 to 21. Last month's deadly school shooting in Florida has prompted a nationwide student protest that's planned for this week. Students are being encouraged to walk out of class this Wednesday at 10 a.m. and return 17 minutes later to honor the 17 shooting victims and to demand action against gun violence. Students and administrators at Novi High School talk about the preparation that's going into this sensitive protest.
I don't think you really can prepare. It's all about your beliefs and what you feel at heart. And I know that this incident is very stirring. So that's all the preparation we need sometimes, is that push forward, is that our emotions and what we feel is right.
It is fraught with stuff. There's a lot of political issues related to it, but we trust our students. We believe that they have a voice. We believe that they have the capacity to think through and think about issues that affect them.
And our coverage continues on clickondetroit.com, where we've put together a comprehensive look at the preparations for the school walkout. Kim.
Michigan philanthropist and Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos's appearance on 60 Minutes last night did not go well. DeVos appeared unprepared for the questions that came her way, and when pressed on Michigan's public schools, her answer fell flat. Mara McDonald joins us live tonight with more on this story. Mara?
Kimberly, good evening to you. I think everybody can make their own minds up about whether they think that Secretary DeVos answered these questions well. We're going to let you hear from them in just a minute, but we decided to go a little bit further and talk to the CEO of the Skillman Foundation about what she thinks about what Michigan's educational challenges are. Take a listen.
Have the public schools in Michigan gotten better?
I don't know. Overall, I can't say overall that they have all gotten better.
The whole state is not doing well.
It was a cringe-inducing moment on 60 Minutes. Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos has had a rough road since being nominated to the post and didn't help herself with this interview.
I was a little surprised that there was an acknowledgement that Michigan's education system is declining and declining quickly. So if you look at our education statistics over the last 20 years or so, every year we've declined.
DeVos's overall answers lacked detail, but it was the questioning about her home state, where her influence in educational policies has been keenly felt for 2 decades, that raised a lot of eyebrows. DeVos is a fierce advocate for charter schools.
That argument that's made that choice will improve schools or choice is making schools worse is not the right argument.
Skillman CEO says the debate we should be having is how we finance education, stabilizing education, and increasing our standards.
Have you seen the really bad schools? Maybe try to figure out what they're doing?
I have not intentionally visited schools that are underperforming.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should, yes.
Back here live, DeVos's answers have been universally savage today. There is no shortage of national publications or cable news networks that have had anything but awful things to say about how she handled herself in this interview. We are live downtown. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Certainly a lot of people talking about it, Mara. Well, there's still a lot more to come here at 6, but first, here's Nick.
And the sign might say Pistons versus the Lakers, but the big tournament coming is Michigan State in the NCAA tournament. A huge thing here at LCA, but also there could be some huge scams. A couple of pointers and things to avoid when trying to get inside LCA.
All right, Nick, also, these bandits, a community on edge after a heist at a local bank. We'll tell you where the trouble unfolded when we come back.
On Jeopardy!
Police in Warren hope you can help them track down 2 men who robbed a credit union. One of the robbers in the black and white hoodie handed a note demanding money. This was last Friday morning. Handed it to the teller at our credit union, which is on 12 Mile at Mound. After he was given several $1,000s, he headed for the door with his lookout. Police believe the pair cased the credit union the day before the robbery.
March Madness begins on Friday, and while Michigan and Michigan State are both fighting for the championship, the big news is that Michigan State is opening the tournament right here at home. MSU will take on Bucknell Friday at Little Caesars Arena, and with them playing local, there will likely be a rush on tickets. But Local 4's Nick Monticelli joins us with a warning.
So this is complicated enough because there are going to be 6 games here at Little Caesars Arena. You can buy the first 2 games, the second 2 games, or the final 2 games, but some will be trying to sell off their tickets if their teams don't advance, especially if Michigan State doesn't make it past the first round. All of this is why the Michigan Attorney General is setting up the red flag to beware of scams. No, not that red flag. That's not even red. So getting back on track here, the important thing is to know your vendor, trust where you're buying these tickets from. Reputable places like Ticketmaster, StubHub, or SeatGeek. Also, keep in mind, there will be a lot of individuals trying to sell their tickets, so beware of what they may or may not be scamming, especially on places like Craigslist. And when you're buying your tickets online, make sure they're with a secure website. The address bar above that doesn't tell you about Little Caesars Pizza. Add the graphics in. There we go. The HTTPS. The S means it's secure. If you're not familiar with the vendor, you can call the state's Consumer Protection Division to ask. That number is 877-765-8388. That's photojournalist Mike. He's a huge Michigan State fan. If you're not walking into the box office and you are buying your tickets online, it's a good idea to use your credit card. That way you can dispute the charges if you want to. And for those of you trying to pause your DVR, don't worry, I covered up my numbers. And finally, there is the golden rule. No, not the one about being nice to each other. The one that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Unlike the all expenses paid free cruise I'm going on next week. That is going to be awesome. At Little Caesars Arena, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Not after I get a hold of those credit card numbers. All right, Nick. In good health, 1 out of 20 people will be diagnosed with colorectal cancer sometime in their lifetime. Studies find cases are on the rise, though, in young and middle-aged adults right now. Many are being diagnosed late because the warning signs are going unchecked.
When he told me that we found a tumor and you have cancer, I couldn't even hear the rest of what he was saying.
Kevin Hayes never thought he could get colon cancer at age 28.
I had some symptoms of colon cancer, just didn't see it coming.
Because of the misconception that colon cancer affects only older people, experts say it's not uncommon for younger patients, and sometimes even their doctors, to dismiss the symptoms. And that can cause a dangerous delay.
We know that there's a longer duration between the onset of symptoms and when they're actually diagnosed because no one suspects colon or rectal cancer.
So what are the symptoms to watch for? Any change in bowel habits is a red flag. That can include diarrhea, constipation, narrow stools, or other changes. Often overlooked symptoms include cramps, abdominal pain, and unexplained weight loss. Patients can experience rectal bleeding, blood in their stool, frequent gas pains, or bloating. Internal bleeding can also cause anemia, fatigue, or shortness of breath. Getting any symptoms checked out early can improve your odds of catching the disease when it's easier to treat and cure. Now, some cases of colorectal cancer are genetic, but experts say your lifestyle plays a big role in your risk too.
Okay, let's check in with Ben, and we got that nuisance kind of just snow out there. Just won't let go.
Yeah.
Nuisance.
There you go. I like just cram them together. Most of us are not seeing hardly anything out there, but that's when a lot of us let our guard down. There are some snow showers with heavier, intense snow bands, and those are going to be starting to move in from the west, so we'll have to pay attention to those. Off in the distance, you can sort of see those snow streamers kind of hanging out of the clouds, but at Metro, at least 35 is the current temperature, and those mid-30s have prevented a lot of this snow from accumulating through the day, and it's also been pretty light as far as the rates. Feels like 28, though, with that 9-mile-an-hour wind out there right now. So the progression of the snow as we've gotten through the last 24 hours, we saw that burst kind of brush us there early in the morning on the west side, and since then it has been generally all light stuff, flurries, light snow showers, but you can see those darker blue cellular snow showers there in the central part of the state, and some of those those are going to start moving a little bit further to the east as we get into the evening, and those are the ones that drop visibility, at least in very small areas for a short period of time. Of course, the reporting stations usually not real good at picking that up because a lot of these small snow showers sort of miss those areas. Lansing reporting 2 miles visibility, but the rest of us not seeing much of a problem with that at all. Sun looked beautiful out over Lake St. Clair this morning on storm pins, and soon it'll be warm enough to actually sit on that bench and watch the sunrise, but not quite just yet. Another round of snow coming tomorrow. Tomorrow's round looks like it's going to be mainly in the afternoon. Tonight should wrap up by about midnight tonight. Other than a random flurry out there, will be generally dry overnight and should start that way tomorrow morning. Once we get into the later half of Tuesday, that's when we'll start seeing those snow showers develop again. And watch those dark colors. It's going to be very much reminiscent of what we're seeing out there this afternoon and evening. Those fade as the sun goes down on Tuesday. And fingers crossed, that should be the end of the snow for this week. 26 is where we're going overnight. The snow showers will end again closer to midnight, but high temperatures tomorrow, a full 10 degrees below normal in most locations. Some of our warmest numbers are going to be in the city, and that's 36. A lot of spots barely making it above freezing. Lenawee County is one of those. Adrian, you'll be at 34, Tecumseh at 34. West Zone even chillier, especially up in Genesee County, where those temperatures tomorrow only at 32. So we will see a chance for this stuff to accumulate tomorrow, but again, we're looking at less than an inch as far as that goes. High temperatures in this north zone are going to be below freezing. 30 in Sandusky, Marlette's 30, and then we'll see those numbers right around or slightly above, closer to M59. Temperatures do increase going into the weekend. We finally get the 40s in here on Thursday and Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. It's like we found a pot of gold. Yeah. 45 on St. Patty's Day, and then on Sunday we get close to 50 degrees. And this time of year, 45 is a pot of gold.
That's no doubt about it.
Absolutely. Okay, Bernie's coming up with sports. Stay with us.